Hello, this video is to show blend door actuators on the Ford Flex. If you're doing the rear two actuators, either one of them or both, this video will hopefully help you. I had to struggle my way through this project. I'm trying to make this easier for people. If you see here the information, this will most likely work in your Ford Flex just fine. It worked in mine. It's a 2010. I think all the Ford Flexes are exactly the same. Now, the original part, actually before I get to that, take a look right here, and you can see this thing is star-shaped. It's not like the front. It's not like the front actuators, if you've already done those. I have. You can see that this one's more star-shaped, but it's flat on one end. And that point, you need the flat end pointing away from your wire plug-in and the pointed end down towards the wire. Okay, that's important for when you install it. If it doesn't come like that, well, I'll get to that. Anyway, so you have that. You can get it on Amazon. That was the cheapest place I found it. It's going to replace this part number right here. This is the original part number that came out of my car. The T1010120F is what you're going to use if you want to try to find this online, and you'll probably find some. And then these are actually I bought them off eBay, so you'll probably buy some, and then they don't work. You put them in and they're still clicking and stuff, and you think, oh, I need to do some sort of some sort of sequence to reset it. Nope, that's not it. It's just broken. It came out broken when they took it out of the other car. They have these little copper wires on them, this main gear. If it's clicking and stuff, this is what's clicking. I'm sorry, I've not really made any YouTube videos. This little copper plate has these little fingers on it. They scrape along this path, and it tells it when it hits the end, so it stops. Well, it seems that they just go bad for whatever reason. They go past there, and then when it comes back around, it bends the wires. So that's the reason why it's clicking. It's hitting that every time it goes around, clunk, clunk, clunk. It's never going to work. I would recommend actually just buying these white ones with the white end. The originals had the black. These knockoffs have a white driver. I would go with that, and I'd probably just see if you can find that exact part number off Amazon that I showed you. The ones that I got didn't work right away, so I took them apart. Even besides these ones, the ones with the white, I bought ones that had been sent back to Amazon because they were cheaper. Because I'm a cheapskate, but the only issue was I think that somebody probably had messed them up and then sent them back. So I actually took them apart and reoriented this boss, whatever you want to call the driver, so that the arrow was pointing down towards this. And then they worked just fine when I put them back together. I think that they probably got grease on those little copper fingers, and it was causing them to not make a connection. So once I got them back in there, it probably just made a good connection again. I installed them. They're working. They're working great. There's nothing to do with any sort of sequence to make it work. If it's broken, it's broken. Just either take it apart and try resetting it, or throw it away and buy a different one. You'll find other videos if you look enough of people having the same issue. I'll just try to show you really quick what I did here. Started just pulling stuff off. To get at it, you have to take off this panel. Come up here, take this off. Start pulling on it, and these little clips, like right here, this black one, start pulling out. There's copper ones further in. Let's see. Here's one right in the middle of the screen. Right there is the further back one. And then up further, let's see. Right past this coolant hose, right there. That's the other part. Now, either you can do what I did and drill holes in here, approximating where the screws are, to take the 2 screws off for each one, which is going to look a bit tacky, but it is what it is. Or you have to take this panel off. You're not going to get those screws out otherwise, without doing one of those two things, I don't imagine. You could try a finger ratchet. It's going to be annoying. This thing pinches your arm. It's very flexible. It keeps trying to push back against you the whole time. I don't know. I'm going to end it now. That's about all I got. If you have any questions, let me know.